Hey, y'all, we had an open house today, and a good question came up, and I thought this would be a good opportunity for me to clear up a lot of confusion out there and also give you some tips about attending the open house if you're a buyer or just somebody that's browsing around, and also from my fellow agents in case you had any questions about this. So the first question was, do I have to sign a form in order to go to an open house? Now let me back up a step so that that question makes sense. Now, back in August, the rules changed, and in order for us to show a person a house, we have to have an agreement with them so that they know exactly what we're going to do for them, and all the details are all laid out. And we have that agreement between us. Now, that agreement can be for one house, it could be for one day, it could be for months and months, it could be whatever. But that's between the agent and their client. So anyway, so a lot of people are kind of confused about it and think that, well, if someone's going to come to our open house, we get have to get them to sign something. And that's not the way it works, because an open house is, like the name implies, it's open to the public. So you can come on in, you can look around, we can answer your questions. We're happy to have you, and you don't have to sign anything to attend. Now, if you walk in and at some point, like if you're wanting to buy the house and you don't have your own agent, then at some point, it might cross into where we're providing real estate services, and then of course we would have to have an agreement. But it's really just that simple. So let me give you some tips if you're going out to open houses, and maybe this will help you out. So first of all, when you go to an open house and you're the agent that's showing the house is going to be happy to answer all your questions and really help you out as much as possible, because their job is to sell that house and find somebody that really can fall in love with it. Now, as far as kind of going beyond that, one thing that we're supposed to ask anybody, if the conversation kind of starts getting beyond just general answering questions and things, so we have to ask, do you have a signed agreement with another agent? And if the answer is yes, then we're hands off. We are not going to interfere with any other agents. We just don't do that. That's an ethical thing. So if you've got your own agent, we're going to be very limited on how we interact with you, because like I said, we don't want to interfere with you and your agent. And at some point, if you're interested in pursuing the house, then you'll be working through your agent so that your interests are protected. Now, if you come in and you don't have any agent at all, you can continue not having an agent, or in many cases, depending on if the seller agrees to it, we can help you out too. But that's something that we'd have to discuss on a case by case basis, because when we take on a listing, we represent the seller. So if you came in and now I know there I got a whole nother video on this about different kinds of representation, but we do the kind where we represent only our client and nobody else. So, for example, if you came in, you don't have your own agent, you say, "Look, I just want to buy this thing. I just need your help to fill out the paperwork and do everything." So, if the seller agrees to it, then I can help you, and we just do the paperwork. And of course, we have to treat everybody fairly and honestly. So, things that are private to you stay private and vice versa. But everybody has to agree, at least for Pat and I, before we will do anything for both sides. So I hope that makes some sense. I got a couple more tips for you. A lot of times agents will have a sign in sheet or something like that. Some do it electronically. And go ahead and sign in. It helps us out because the seller wants to know that we've gotten some people come through there. So it really looks good if we've got a little list of people. And if the agent's good, they're going to follow up with you. But, I really don't know any agents that are a pain in the butt. They're going to follow up. If you're interested, we're happy to help you. If you're not, that's okay too. So don't be afraid to use your real name and your real email address or whatever, because, at least for us, we're not going to hassle you. We've got no interest in hassling you to buy a house that you don't like. Because, it's kind of funny with real estate. It's not really selling in the way that most people think of selling. We're not trying to convince anybody to buy a house. That's not what it's all about. Our job is to help somebody get the house that they really want. So it's kind of, a lot of times people don't consider that selling. And like, to me, that's what a professional salesperson does, is they actually help that person get what they want. And of course, we have the old stereotype of salesmen. They're trying to convince you of something and trying to be all slicky boy and everything. But that's not a professional salesman. It just isn't. So anyway, I could go on and on, but I just wanted to answer that question real quick because it came up today, and that's something that I've been meaning to do a little video on. So I decided to pop on here live and just do it real quick. So if you go to an open house, no, you don't have to sign any paperwork to go in the open house. And for my fellow agents out there, really the litmus test that we use is, if you open a door for somebody, even if you're just doing a video like FaceTime or whatever, if you're opening a door for somebody, you need a signed agreement. If you're letting somebody come in, you're working for your seller, and that's fine. It's open. People are welcome to come. You're just doing that to help your seller out. So I hope that makes sense to everybody. Thank you for watching. If you got any questions, ask us anything. We'll tell you anything you want to know. We got no secrets, and we put humans over houses. That's not just a slogan for us. That's how we work. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.